We should start off by breaking this into categories so that people can wrap their minds around it, because that word peptides has come to mean stuff people buy and take and maybe should or shouldn't buy and take. But there's a lot of important and quite simple biology to understand before anyone should even be thinking about any of that. So if I just push the word peptides towards you, how do you carve that up in terms of thinking about it as an MD, as a clinician, and maybe also put yourself into the mind of interested, let's call it a peptide curious person out there?
So scientifically, I would say it's one of the languages of the human body, right? So the body likes these different languages to communicate between cells, going from DNA to RNA to proteins, which can be broken down into polypeptides and peptides. And peptides are one of these languages. And that kind of changes the clinical effects we'll see, like the GLP-1s, which have a very strong clinical effect, compared to these obscure peptides like BPC-157, TB500, TB4 that don't have a clear target.
Let's take BPC-157 for the moment. If it doesn't have a receptor, what are some ways that it could impact cells and organs and so forth? Or is it that there are receptors, we just don't know what they are?
The latter, that maybe the receptor is still elusive, or it could be that it's modifying certain proteins that already exist, or linking different proteins together in a more favorable fashion for gene transcription. The Russian peptides are all epigenetic modifiers that they bind to the groove of the DNA in certain spots that either open up or close the chromatin to certain areas of genetic expression. And they've modeled this out.
So if I just pause us for a second, we should think about this word peptides in two major categories, at least. One is has known receptors, plural, like the GLPs. The other category would be does not have known receptors, might have receptors, but can definitely impact biology in interesting ways, or so say the animal data. I know a lot of people are interested in GLPs, and I want to go there, but because I know most people are probably listening to this foremost because they want to hear about the other stuff, let's start with BPC-157.